Hey everybody, I don't think I've done a video on my truck here. This is my 1989 Dodge Cummins turbo diesel. I got it about a year ago and I've been doing work on it ever since. It's got a new clutch, new transmission, all new brakes, everything from the booster on to the wheel cylinders and everything in between. And I just finished doing some work on it. I'll show you what I did. It has about 200,000 miles and it smoked pretty bad, and I decided it was time for a new set of injectors, and I wanted to replace the stock turbo, which worked fine, with something that spooled faster. So I took out the old stock injectors and I replaced them with Marine 370's, which are 5-hole by 13 thou. I got those from the Hungry Diesel, and on eBay I found a good used HX35. It has a wastegate, a smaller exhaust housing so it spools faster, and pretty much everything is bolt on. The flange fits. I needed to buy this adapter for the oil line to go into, because my stock turbo, the oil line just screwed right into the turbo. This is a inverted flare fitting, and that's a 12mm by 1.5 metric thread female inside the turbo. The oil drain made it up fine. 3-inch V-band exhaust clamp, which is what this truck has. It's got a 4-inch straight pipe, but it was designed with a 3-inch V-band on it. It's got a big ass AMSOIL dry air filter, reusable cleanable air filter. I made the crossover tube out of some 2.5-inch mandrel bend, and I have they're two pieces, and they're vibration isolated with a piece of silicone intake boot. The only problem with it that I have with it right now is that I think with the bigger injectors it idles lower. So for the time being I'm going to fix this right away, but I put a little chain on the throttle so it holds it open a little bit, and it still has free motion to full throttle, but it doesn't let it close all the way. It's a little hokey, but I need it for this weekend, and I think that'll work fine. And I did the KDP. I tightened the case bolts, got a new front main seal, new vacuum pump jugs, new power steering pump, new bearing, wobble bearing thing inside the vacuum pump. I think that's about all new. Oh, and I put gauges in. I put a boost gauge and a pyro gauge. They're made by Ispro. The gauge mount didn't fit very well. I think it's meant for the later first gens where there was a piece of plastic here and it would probably clip on, but I just put some sheet metal screws in. It works okay. Not really going for looks. I like the pyro because it's color coded. And so I'll fire it up for you. The idle's a little high right now, probably about 800 RPM, but sounds pretty good. Turbo sounds pretty nice, and I definitely have noticed that it sounds a lot better and it smokes a lot less. It sounds different. It sounds more clanky, more like a diesel. It's strange with these new injectors. So I'll fire it up for you. And that's about it. I figured I'd show it off to you, to all you guys. The exhaust is a little hokey. It fell off, so I kind of wired on half of it. It's a 4-inch straight pipe. It's got cab lights off of a Peterbilt. I didn't put them on, the previous owner did, or one of the previous owners. I think they look pretty cool. Other than that, it's pretty much stock. 4-wheel drive, of course. 5-speed. Thanks for watching.